Hey, boo.
Hey.
I
So
think we got the red wrap going tonight. Okay,
yeah,
I
I
feel
have the rap going tonight. I'm feeling Afrocentric. Uh
it.
you do know I used to live in Liberia.
Yes.
Yes, I went to
What the
school
hell
in
kind of
Liberia.
friend would I be after almost 20 years if I didn't know that? I would be real
Yeah.
sucky.
And so, yeah, you know what's so funny is back in the days of the message boards, right? Like early 2000s when we was doing the message boards and stuff. Um, everybody had an alias or whatever. And there was a guy on the message board. Turns out that um he and I went to school together in Liberia. He's
Really?
Yes, it was really funny. And so my brother had a yearbook from then. So I went and got my brother's yearbook, and his dad was in the yearbook because his dad was like a board member or whatever. And so I took a picture of that page and I uploaded it to the message board for him. And he said, I really want to tell you, I'm in tears because I haven't seen my dad like that in years. He's had a stroke. And I was like, wow. But it was just so phenomenal. Oh, he said he drank too much tea. Anyway,
Accidentally. Don't forget to accidentally. So our
right.
third
How
co-host,
you
y'all,
accident?
he gonna get here
Right.
when he get here, y'all. We gonna
He'll
keep it
get here when
pushing.
he get here. But what's so funny
Trying to
is,
grab the link so I can share it out. Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Clearly none
it's
of us are
just
being great tonight.
I know, but it's just but I said that to say this is that the internet has some bad and some good. You know, it
Absolutely.
it's brought people together and things like that. But also it's made people stupid, like me. So
Expound.
last week, y'all, let me tell y'all about your girl. Hmm.
Are you oh
I
you
had to
finna
take
tell
a
him what I
sip.
think you
I
finna
had
tell
to
him?
take a sip on that one. So last week I had seen on TikTok
Oh
that
my god.
if you in a Tesla, you know how they have the little people on on the screen and stuff. And I had
Yes.
seen on there on TikTok that if you go to the graveyard or whatever, the little people that show up. I was like, that's bullshit. They in there messing with that shit. They manipulating it. Y'all. Okay, so let me tell you what happened first. First, my son passed the cemetery and a little man. Wait, see, y'all go back. I'm gonna have to do the little walk for you. The little man was on the screen like this, but
Oh
it
my
wasn't nobody
god.
on the screen. Right? I mean, wasn't nobody in the street. So I was like, "Yo, you see that man?" He said, "I ain't see shit." And I said, "It was a man on the street, right?" So I'm telling y'all this because this is how I came to be recording in the other one. So he tried to make me feel like I was stupid. So I said, this is bullshit. I'm finna record this goddamn screen I'm watching because this bastard gonna tell me he ain't see shit. Because I'm gonna tell you, I really thought people was in there photoshopping stuff. And until we got to the cemetery and all them damn people was on the little screen and they was moving around and shit, I was ready to go.
Oh my god.
I was ready to go. I
You was
had to
ready to
send it
go.
to I had to send it to my booze, and then Jay put it
Was
on
you fit to be
TikTok.
tied, baby? Was you
So
fit to be tied like the old people say?
I was fit to be tied. And see, Jay had to put it on TikTok. So if y'all following Jay on TikTok, y'all will see. I cut the damn fool. I was ready to go. I was
Hey,
ready to
sure.
go. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. So I said that to say this. Don't be watching, don't be trying to do everything you see on the internet. Cause some of that shit will have you hemmed up. I was hemmed up, y'all. I
Oh
was
my
hemmed
god.
up. Yes, and I was
Now,
hollering.
and she was. Yeah, y'all just gonna have to watch it because I can't even emulate that. Sean, how did you accidentally
How you
do
Wait,
accidentally?
something?
what? Wait, what?
How you
What? Wait, what?
accidentally?
Wait, what? Wait. I mean, I'm just saying.
Thou may
We was talking about your ghost story. How it come on to me? We talking about your ghost story. I don't
Cause you
understand.
on here now. You're on here
well, you
now.
know, that's what made this come along because I was like, yeah, what we not finna do. And then wait a minute. Oh, I got to fast forward. Wait, let me tell you what happened this weekend. So
Oh
I was
Jesus.
doing my little side hustle and I had to go down that same road where the man was going down the street. and but I wasn't in the Tesla, so I didn't, you know, my electric car don't have the little people on the screen. Thank you, Lord. Because I probably would put that thing in the bushes.
Did y'all clear yourself after y'all was out here driving in the folk graveyard in the middle of the night? I mean,
Listen, I was on the street though. First, I was on the street, and the
okay.
thing was walking by the car on the street, across from the cemetery. I wasn't. We wasn't
Did
in the
did
cemetery.
did you clear yourself energetically though?
I said, Lord, please don't let nothing come home with me.
Hey, did you clear? That's why I just clearly asked you, did you clear yourself? Did you clear your energy? Did you do anything?
I probably need to go out and put me some oil on and stuff because
Oh,
you know
Jesus.
I've been having like some little fits ever since. You know.
Don, how did you accidentally uh
Yeah, how you accident?
I still don't understand why y'all talking about that. Cause we not talking about that. Nobody brought that up.
it's
Your
relevant.
eyes nice
It's
and tight.
relevant.
Thou may ingest what? Tequila?
Uh, you want to shoot a C? You shoot a C?
Oh, a
What it say?
satchel of Richards. Oh,
Mhm.
Okay.
okay.
Mhm.
Y'all.
I'm still asking the same question.
I mean, it just happened. I was cooking, not paying attention.
Is this the wait, is this the same?
He's a pre-gamer like I am.
No, is this the same mindset that makes you accidentally fall in pussy? Like, because I'm still
Oh,
tripping over that conversation.
oh,
How do you like?
oh,
Y'all remember that episode? What was
oh,
that in
oh. That's
January?
right.
Where
You
they was
did
trying to
say
make that make sense?
I mean,
Yeah,
trust me, it happens. You don't be
it,
planning
it
on
don't
it.
just happen. No.
You just
you
be like
accidentally fall in.
chilling, and next thing you know, boom, bang. You're like, oh shit, okay, this is cool.
Gypsy, why are you acting brand new? We had this whole conversation on the podcast when I was live with Q and Michael
I
in
know,
Maryland.
I'm like, yeah, well, if you accidentally drink all that tequila, you will accidentally fall into pussy.
Next time, wait till I put my cup down. Oh my God.
And y'all be
Y'all,
talking about
y'all.
meat pre-game.
Anywho, I guess y'all both have taken enough libation that we can get into tonight's topic. Y'all feeling good? You feeling
Oh,
loose? You feeling
wait,
juicy?
this is my new guilty pleasure, y'all.
What is this?
Habanero almonds, habanero barbecue almonds.
Mhm.
Okay.
So if y'all have a
Look at you
Lidl,
with your bad
which
self.
Lidl is the organic part of Aldi, and that's where I found these. I'm gonna probably be in distress if they stop carrying them, because yeah, you know,
You might want to go on and get you a few
I
packs
might
then,
need to
boo.
go on and stack up on these because yeah, these are so good. Oh, no sex is ever an accident. Let's keep it a buck. Well, I
See,
don't know.
thank you, Nadina. Cause okay, so Nadina, I'm gonna tell everybody y'all need to go back. Let me see what episode that was, because I remember it was in January because I was in Maryland.
Uh-huh.
And Q and Michael were live with us that night, and we had a whole discussion on camera and afterwards when we were decompressing. Like, how do you
Mhm.
accidentally fall in pussy? I I don't get it because we all grown, so it's either a choice to say yes or no. Unless now we ain't talking about abuse. That's a whole different topic. Disclaimer.
Right.
We're talking about consensual sex. You don't fall into it. Like your pants got to come down, your drawers, your boxers, briefs, whatever you wear got to come down. Her stuff got to come up or down. Y'all got to make moves for this to happen. There is
See,
no way for you to
y'all
just
being too technical,
And in some cases, you
and
got to drive to it and everything.
like we try to explain, it's like that's not what the goal was. That wasn't the goal. It just happened. You know, it's a difference when that's the goal.
That's a lie. You
Okay.
want to
what
know
we
the
need to
lie
talk about.
detector has determined that is a lie.
Okay.
Most men with a working dick, the goal is always to get some pussy.
It's not always the goal.
Sound
Sometimes the
like
goal, sometimes the goal is just to have a good time and chill.
that is a good time to most men with a working dick. Notice I said a working dick, not a not a limp one.
I mean, I don't know where you insinuated or inferring, but anyway, I'm just telling you, you know, from.
But I'm with Nadina. It's never an accident.
I mean, hey, I guess you know,
Usually,
for one party, it's always gonna be intentional. But sometimes, you know, when you that party when it's not intentional, you wasn't planning on doing it. It just happened.
but the thing is that you had to be willing in some way because if not, it still wouldn't have happened.
Ain't nobody saying that you're not willing. We just saying that's not what the goal was. That wasn't the goal. The goal wasn't like the ass sex, but it happened. Shit. Okay, cool. You know, but that wasn't the goal. What I
And
was
I'm
just
Y'all
trying to
stressed
get
so
about
across.
damn
that.
dry. I'm over here trying to look for this video and y'all sound dry as hell. Sean, I'm gonna need you to drink a Red Bull or some Mountain Dew or something. Do you take a nap?
Girl, his
What's going
eyes is
on?
tighter than motherfucker.
Yeah, what is happening right now? Y'all got me over here ready to go to damn sleep, and I'm on the show with you. What's wrong with y'all? Get it
Not me.
together.
I'm straight.
I'm sorry, I was just explaining. Y'all keep saying how can it be an accident? That's how it's an accident. It's not planned. It just happens. That's it.
So I'm over
For
here
what?
looking for the episode. I'm trying to find it because I remember when it had
I
to
knew
be
it
in
was
January or
January.
February. Uh, but anyway, Nadina and whoever else, y'all, when I find this episode, I'm telling y'all to go back and watch it because we had a whole conversation around accidental pussy. Like, yeah, and they was
Yep.
trying to come up with reasons like, oh, I met her in the vegetable section at the grocery store and it just went down. No, but you had to drive to her place or she had to come back to yours because it ain't always taking place in the car. Like if you left the
Right.
spot where you met, that's not accidental. That's now premeditated. Come on, that took effort.
Fact.
Anywho, that being said, we're talking about sexual liberation tonight. And I know that we also wanted to start getting into some of the hot topics. So here's something I forgot to put it in the chat for y'all. My bad.
Yes.
Forgive me. I ended up seeing this post in this group that I'm in, and I was like, damn. So this chick was like, y'all is so pressed to be somebody's stepmama. That's right. Go ahead and be their stepmama while he over here playing in my cat. And they was
Mm.
giving her the business in the comments because I really thought to myself, did she think that was a flex when she said that? Like y'all are not together for a reason.
Right.
And either you're not choosing him or he's not choosing you. How is it a flex that he's now making you the side chick because he's in a relationship with someone else? So you don't went from being the woman to being the side chick and you're trying to make somebody else feel.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think that it was probably she did it to go viral, but there were also people in the comments saying that it was in response to another post. I didn't see the original post that was in the group where a woman was talking about she I guess wanted to be more active in her boyfriend's kids' lives, and it was some friction with the
The
mom and
man.
whatever was going on. So this was her response to that. And again, I don't consider it to be a flex that he not with you, but y'all still fucking. That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
And I
that's
don't
crazy to
understand
me
the
too.
mindset.
Yeah, that's crazy. Cause
Now
Go
that
on and
is
speak, Sean. You got
wild.
something.
No, I mean that is wild. I don't understand, but like then it's just is that really what's happening? Because she could just be
So
saying that.
I mean, but there were other people in the comments that were also high fiving her, like, yeah, that's what we over here doing too. And I'm again, sometimes I wonder, do people just really say stuff in order to be relevant online and get people to like their comments? Because you can still get the engagement counting when people are responding to your comment, right? Even if
right.
it's not your post. So I'm in my head, I was like, they gotta be joking. Because I can't see that as something I would ever want to brag about. We're not together for a reason. Why would I ever brag about continuing to sleep with you?
That's
And
right. So,
especially if you have now moved on to be with somebody else. And the reason I said it's a hot topic is because I think it goes to the mindset. In order to talk about sexual liberation, you got to feel freedom in your physical body. You've got to be able to deal with your
mhm.
emotions and have some type of emotional intelligence and emotional maturity. Because you can have sex all day, but that's not liberation if you're not doing it from a place of that's what you truly desire and it's based on what somebody else wants and needs, right? And so I look
Right.
at a lot of these people that are talking about this stuff online, like, oh, there are some women that are proud to be the side chick,
Yes, I was about to say
you
that.
know, and I look at that and I'm like, how are you proud to say that you're intentionally inserting yourself in someone else's relationship? Now
That is
if
not a
they if the
flex.
spouse knows about it, you're not a side chick, you're a part of the relationship. The side chick is because they don't know, or the side dude is because they don't know, somebody's lying to them. How are you wanting? I don't consider myself a girl's girl in the fact that I'm gonna tolerate bullshit just because you're another girl. Like, I'm gonna call you on it and be accountable, but when you're right, I'm gonna roll with you, and when you're wrong, I'm gonna call you out, right? And I don't understand the mentality of
You,
someone as a woman that can willingly watch another woman be lied to and be a part of that and be okay with that. And you're using your body to help be complicit in that. I don't get it. Shine, listen, open them eyes, do
I'm just
something.
saying some people don't want to deal with all the shit that the main person got to deal with. They just want to deal with the benefits, and that's it. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't agree with it. I don't understand the mentality, but some people they good with being on the side.
yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna
I
interject
don't
real quick.
understand that.
I found the episode. It's the Let's Talk About It for the Culture episode. And it's I can't see the oh, here it is, January 21st of this year. It is the Let's Talk About It for the Culture. And we initially, y'all, disclaimer, we initially started off talking about mental health,
Mhm.
and the conversation did go left at some point. And so we ended the episode early to handle some things behind the scenes. But
Oh
there
yeah,
was
that's
also
when
some,
we got fired. Oh,
yeah.
my bad.
So that's when we we made a change in castmate, just put that out there. But there were also some good things that we talked about in the episode as well. So if you want to go back and get into that conversation, is on January 21st this year,
I
about
need to
nine
go
months
back to
ago.
January
Um,
21st.
and it's and it says, let's talk about it for the culture. I'm gonna see if I will grab this link and go back and edit this video when we're done and put it in the description if you want to go back and catch that episode. And commercial break right now. Thank you to all of our sponsors.
Subscribers.
I'm sorry, I don't multitask well. I'm trying to grab this link for this video. Uh, but yeah, thank you to M1 Auto Detailing. Thank you to Fantastic Nails. Thank you to Benny on First Avenue for his dope haircuts. He keeps me lined up when I do right and I show up. Gypsy, who's your girl? She does the spa treatments.
That uh esthetician. Wait a minute. What's the name of that damn shop?
I'm gonna need you to do better.
Well, girl, I just got her in my phone as Shari. So
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to
I
go and
need
look.
you to
Let me
do
see
better.
what's the name of her shop. Hold on.
Clearly, none of us are being great tonight. And here is my actual. What's
Oh,
up? Your
a
boy
Lux
said
esthetician.
who?
A Lux esthetician. So she's at
Okay,
a.lux Luxe aesthetic, and
beautiful.
she's in this area in the DC area.
Yes. So if you guys are traveling in the DMV, or if you're local anywhere near the area, go check her out. Also, I'll give a shout out to your boy Sed's podcast on YouTube. And we
Mm-hmm.
all keep saying that we need to get together and do a joint venture. So here's putting that back on the top of our brains, because we think we'll be dope all talking together with him and his co-host, and the three of us together. And hopefully Benny can join us, and maybe Q and Michael for that one, and have like a hot seat for all of us. But also, I will give him a shout out if you were in the Birmingham area. Don't look at me as the judge. Don't judge him by me. If you're in the Birmingham area though, and you're looking for a trainer, he got you. He's pretty dope, and he is my trainer when I'm doing right and I'm actually working out. Y'all, but in my defense, I did have surgery on my hand, so there's a reason for all of this. There's a reason.
Right.
Anywho, I will update this episode and put that in the link if you want to go back and catch up on that last episode. Lastly, make sure that you are hitting that like button. Make sure that you are hitting that share button to share this episode out, and make sure that you are hitting that subscribe, that bell, so that when we go live, you know what's going on and you are staying in the know and not missing us. Don't judge us by the night, because I'm really not feeling my best. And clearly, Sean was pre-gaming like the entire day. He really probably need to be taking a nap. And you know,
Look,
I don't understand why I gotta be the point of the joke.
he
Like,
laughing his ass off. No
I'm
worries.
good. Like, but why
If
y'all
you
gotta keep
go
focusing
look
on
at
me?
old episodes, assist pregame that fell asleep on the episode.
Uh,
listen, because normally I'm the one getting the shots fired at me when I'm just over here innocently minding my business. So I'm taking advantage tonight.
oh, okay.
Said absolutely, let's do it. And he said yes, I'm her trainer when she doing right. Yes, when I'm doing right, y'all. That's why I said don't judge him by me. Oh yes, I finished my OT today, y'all. Celebrate. Hey, I finished my OT on my left hand. I am now at 45 pounds of pressure on my left hand, 3 months post-op, 49 pounds of pressure
It's
on
been
my
three
right
months.
hand. It's been 3 months. It'll be 3 months in like a week. Yeah.
Oh, I know what it
And
was.
then,
When you re-injured yourself and you was back in the splint.
yes,
That's what made
yes.
me lose track of that. Okay, got it.
Y'all, I was over here not being great, just doing too damn much. But I am 49 pounds of pressure pre-op on my right hand. So I'll have surgery on my right hand in December. I fully expect that I will be back up to like 60, 65 pounds of pressure back on track by April, because I'm gonna get back to working out at some point. But I got a
Somebody
little
go
bit, I got a
somebody
little
gonna
bit.
be happy with that much pressure.
Oh my God. You know what? See, this is why I was giving business to Sean, because normally he the one shots firing. But I'm gonna come back for you, Gypsy. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, somebody gonna be happy with that pressure.
So let's talk about sexual liberation. Okay?
Sean
Let's
drinking
talk
that
about
cold,
sexual
cold water.
liberation. Huh?
I said Sean drinking that cold, cold water when I said that.
It's hard. It's hard, y'all. It's hard.
I thought cold
I
water
think,
stopped working after a certain age.
oh, you know what? I think we should start off by defining what we each think that's, oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? Just cannot with you. Cannot with you. Now, when I put that up as a short on the channel, don't say nothing.
Okay, hey, it is what it is.
Wait a minute, that just reminded me. I gotta go back and find the episode so I can make it into a short. What was that? You was like, I might suck some dick, but I ain't finna do such and such. What was it? It was
I
something
don't know.
Sean was
I
talking
can't
about.
remember. You know, I always talk shit.
Why are you over there looking crazy, Sean? I think we should start off by talking about sexual liberation. What do we define it
Yes.
as? So I will just throw mine out there and say I truly think that sexual liberation is, I'm not not going to say the true absence fully of shame, because I think shame can pop up in different ways through different experiences. But I think it is the absence of bondage, meaning that if shame or guilt or regret or something pops up, you're able to face it. You're able to feel those feelings, walk through it, talk it out with your person or with yourself, your therapist, your whoever, and navigate the maze of emotions that comes with sexual expression, right? Because it's not always beautiful and roses. There are tears, there are funny moments, there are joyful moments, there are pleasurable moments and orgasmic moments and everything in between. And so I see sexual liberation as the ability to enjoy your body and navigate the intricacies of sharing yourself with someone else or someone else's someone's, or with yourself. She sure said I may need to notarize that statement.
Which one?
I'm thinking she talking about Gypsy. Are you
Oh,
talking
okay.
about Gypsy, sure?
Hey, whatever, honey.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
for me,
Mm.
okay, so I think I reached sexual liberation at 50. Let me tell you, it's something that happens. It's like almost like a damn switch goes off at 50. Let me tell you what I mean, Sean. Because it's like I got more years behind me than I got in front of me. I'm not gonna apologize for wanting to get my freak on. Uh, and I'm not gonna apologize for how many notches I got on my bedpost. I am who I am. I was who I was, and I'm cool with both these bitches.
Ew.
So I think that's really what sexual liberation is, where no one can make you feel ashamed of your choices. That's when you are truly liberated. When no one can make you feel ashamed of your choices, period. If I want to fly down and pogo stick in Houston and then come my ass back to Maryland and do what I want to do up here, okay. So
So when you getting on the plane?
but see right now the way the FAA is set up, now let me stop. no, but no, but seriously though, that's the thing. Is like, we had talked about it on a previous episode about vacation bay and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think
and that's a big
that comes
thing.
when you're older. A lot of times, like I said, when you're older, like I've already been married. I don't want to get married again unless it's to the right one, the one that it should have been in the first place anyway. But anywho, but I digress. Anyhow, that's not the goal. You know what I mean? Like when I was younger, it was like, "Ooh, I need to get married before I give up the drugs," and now I'd be like, "Yeah, I need to hit it and quit it and go on back to the house."
Well, hit it and quit it, Sean, and tell us what sexual liberation is to you. I apologize, y'all. I gotta run downstairs and grab my charger.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what
for
they
me
do.
myself, I think it is being just wholly in tune with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you know what you like and what you want, and as long as you are honest with yourself, then that's what it is. I don't care if you straight vanilla or if you the freakiest of the freakies. That's your business. Do you enjoy yourself? Enjoy life. Shit,
You only get one.
basically.
You only get one life, and that's the other thing too. Is when I was younger, I spent a lot of time worrying about people's opinions. And when you get to a certain point in your sexual liberation, you don't worry about people's opinions because opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. Don't
And they
mean
all
don't mean
and they
anything
all
to me.
stink.
They all stink. You right. It doesn't mean anything to me because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. Like I told you, post 50, a lot of stuff has changed. I'm quick to cut a motherfucker off. I got so many people blocked in my phone, I don't even know what these fucking numbers are anymore. Because one thing's for certain and two things for sure, you're not finna get on my nerves. You're not.
Mm.
You're not finna get on my nerves. And um, if you don't like the way things are going, leave me alone. Leave me alone. And I have the same philosophy for like careers, things like that. And so a lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't understand. Why are you so blunt and so quick to pack a U-Haul?" Well, like for example, I had someone tell me that they didn't like their environment and that they couldn't find a job that paid what they wanted to pay. Well, why don't you move? That's my answer. I'm quick to pack my shit up or sell that shit and buy more because I'm never going to be a slave to a environment or something that is not good for me. And that goes for a sexual relationship, a platonic relationship, a work relationship. But those are the things that we have to kind of stop waiting for permission before we move
Mhm.
on.
Mhm. But so even with that being said, I mean, I agree with everything you said, right? But I think when it comes to sexuality, like we can't put it in the same conversation of, okay, you're unhappy with your job, go get another job. Because yes, at the end of the day, we have to be adult enough to deal with whatever it is that we don't like, face it and move the fuck on. It is what it is, because we're gonna stay where
If
we're
I don't
uncomfortable
like
or
the
not.
dick I got, I'm going to
But
go get a different one.
right, I understand it. But the reason I'm saying we also have to separate it into a different conversation is because with sexuality, we have to dive into the layers of culture. We have to dive into the layers of community, religion, spirituality, faith, family. So a person can say, I'm gonna quit my job and go find another one, or look for another job and then quit this job once I get it, right? That's one thing. Their family may be unhappy with them leaving I'm just saying random shit, Pepsi, and going to work for Coca-Cola, right? But
Right.
they'll get over it. But it's a different story if someone says, well, in order for me to be sexually liberated, I'm bisexual, so I need to be able to express that. Because to be sexually liberated is to not have to hold pieces and parts of you back and hide it. You may not choose to disclose every piece of you to somebody, and that's fine, that's your right. But you're not hiding it out of fear or insecurity. So when we talk about sexuality, we have to look at those layers. We all are three heterosexual people.
Right.
So that's a privilege in the society that we live in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that we don't feel like we have to talk about it or justify it. Whereas a lot of people that identify as something other than heterosexual feel like they either have to keep it hidden for fear of safety or judgment or ridicule, rejection, or
Not
whatever.
really. Not really.
Girl, what world are you living in?
I mean, well, I'm living in a real one. I mean, I know someone who is gay and
Right.
they fully embrace their gayness and like it, love it, hate it, and quick to tell you, kiss my ass and keep it moving.
I know who you're
But
talking about,
there
and
are
that's but
some
that's
there
that's
are
not
some people like
representative of, yeah, that's some people, but that's not representative of the average person right now in
no,
2025. That's
there's
not
a
representative of the average person's experience, because I know some people that are still very much in the closet because of their job, because of their
mm,
family, because of where they live, and it's a safety
well,
concern for them.
I mean, I guess in a way, but I mean, I know a few gay people that are very out and open with their gayness, and they're like, "Hey,
Chime in,
you
Sean.
ain't finna get on my nerves."
I'm just thinking it's kind of like a 50-50 type deal. Cause there's some out there that trust me, they don't want nobody to know, and there's others out there that they don't care.
Right. Now I'll use Billy Porter as an example. If and I
Mhm,
don't want to diminish his shine by any means, but that
mhm.
I
Right.
what I know of him, he's like an amazing Broadway star, has a beautiful voice, and I don't even know all of his different talents, right? But like he's out there, he's living life. I love, what I've seen of him. I've been reading his autobiography that he wrote.
Mm.
Um and but even he shared, like, in his journey of
Mhm.
having to figure out who he was and where was
Right.
he safe to share it and not wanting
Right.
to be blocked because of, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, think of a person, and I've seen, you know many people feel like they couldn't because their job depending on it. So think of a person that's wild and free, and that's one.
Mhm.
But think of all the people, and this does not have a limitation of, oh, it's only if they're anything other than heterosexual. I'm just using that because it's a thing that
Yeah,
most
because
people
there are
can
some
identify
people in
with.
lifestyles that are just like they're in
Right.
the
So we could talk
lifestyle.
about swinging. We could talk about
Right.
wanting to be in a throuple. We could talk about something as simple as wanting a threesome. We could talk about somebody who says, I don't really want to settle down. I want to have a hot girl summer or a hot dude summer for the rest of my life. Like, anything that is not considered average or normal, which at this point in time, what the hell does that really even mean? But anything that is not considered average or normal, a lot of people don't feel the liberation, or because really liberation is freedom. A lot of people don't feel the
Right.
freedom to express themselves and embrace the multifaceted layers of who they are, and be like, this my freak flag baby, and I'm gonna wear it loud and proud. Like, so many
You know
people are
what?
still holding back.
You know what? It's funny you say that because um, like everybody know I'm a Snapped fan, and this weekend I was watching Snapped, and there was an episode where the lady had a younger lover, but she also was married, and her husband also were swingers, and they
Huh?
swing with their best friends, right? And so part of me wonders, was she convicted based on her lifestyle or whether they thought she really did it? You feel me? Because a lot of
Huh?
times people judge you based on your lifestyle if it's something foreign to them.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they had an open marriage. So they had an open marriage plus they were swinging with another couple, and when her husband got killed, they swore that she had something to do with it or whatever. But I'm just wondering, was it her lifestyle that actually was like, you know, they just didn't
Very
understand
much
it and
so.
they
I
were
think
so
people judge
taboo
based on
clutching
that.
their pearls? Huh?
I said very much so. I think people judge based on that.
Hmm.
If most people, if you are not living whatever it is, financially, sexually, whatever, if you're not living in the way that makes sense to them based on what feels comfortable to them, they're going to judge you, they're going to ridicule you, they're going to reject you, right? And so I think sexuality is still that thing that if you don't allow yourself the space to have room for other people to not fit in your small, circle, sexuality is that thing that it becomes easy to judge people and call them a heathen, or that they're evil, or that they are demonic, especially when it comes to religion, or that they're nasty, they're, whatever. And so I, I I think that we have to have these conversations, especially in our culture, because we've talked about this before in a previous episode. I forget how it came up, but
Hmm.
somebody asked, I think, why do Black women not want to give head?
Right.
And we talked about the fact that in our generation we were raised like, that's nasty. You don't do that. Good girls don't do that. You know.
Hmm.
And a lot of people, most of us still, fight it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't fight it. It's natural. Let it happen.
Lick the
Oh my
lollipop.
God.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of the lollipop? The world may
Yo, that
never
just made
know.
me think, okay, so this is a prime example of know what the hell you singing before you sing it. So that song by Usher, she's a good kisser.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was on a girls trip and we riding down the road jamming, whoever had I think it was me, I don't know, but somebody had their phone hooked up to the Bluetooth and like just,
Mm-hmm.
you can set it to play similar music. So all the music was coming through, we rolling, right? Okay, let me interject and say this. My video looks horrible on my side. I don't know what it looks like on y'all side. So, PSA, we will be returning to our previous platform by next week. Y'all just bear with us. Don't give up on us, okay? We returning back to where we was and we was great with the intros, the outros, and the quality next
Right.
week. Mm. Okay, that being said, so we riding down the road jamming and Good Kisser came on. So my friend, oh baby, she having a ball with that. So she like play that again. I like that. So I put it on again, and she like, oh, I can't wait for me a man that's gonna kiss me like that. And I was like, what? And she was like, I want a man to kiss me like that. I said, baby, what do you think he's talking about? And she was like, kissing, like a good kiss. No, that's not what he's talking about. So I had to break the song down to her, and she was like, oh my god, like. She blood like her whole face, and she black. Her whole face turned beet red. I was like, this is a prime example of why y'all need to be listening to these lyrics before y'all be out here singing them. Because if you had walked up to a dude and said that, he'd have been like, "Oh yes, ma'am. Right now, where we going?" You know what I mean? Like, come on. And then years ago, that what's that song by 50 Cent? Candy Shop. Is it Candy Shop?
Oh yeah.
I take you to the candy shop. Whoa. Somebody I was listening to that song and somebody was singing it and now and it was an older woman and I was like, do you know what he's singing? And she was like, yeah, he's talking about going to the candy shop. No, that is not what he's talking about. Okay. Not that candy shop anyway. He's talking about a candy shop, but not that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So when it comes to sexual liberation, a lot of and I brought that up because a lot of people do express themselves through music, right?
Right.
But I looked at both of those examples and they felt so much shame when I was like, that's not what he talking about. Like, okay, let's look at these lyrics. Like, oh my God, no, oh my, and I'm like, but you singing it. How does that work? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and if you are embarrassed by a song, I think we have to look at the fact that you have not found freedom in that part of
Right.
your self expression. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Because it's a song, that don't mean you got to be doing it. But if you're embarrassed by it or you feel shame by it, then you need to look at why and is that something you want to work through? Because some people are fine right where they are. Listen, I ain't gonna push you out your square. But if it doesn't feel good and you want more freedom, we have to be willing to look at those things that make us uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if it's a movie you watching in a sex scene, come on, like if you get uncomfortable watching a sexual scene, depending
Right.
on what's going on, you got to ask yourself, what is that programming that's coming up when you feel uncomfortable watching someone kiss or express or experience pleasure? You know what I'm saying?
I
Well, I
believe.
mean, America was founded by prudes, so and then they forced their religion on us,
Right.
so we got those certain thought processes in our head when, and that's the crazy part about it, because in public they want to act like they holier than thou, but behind closed doors they doing shit. You like, yo, why you got like a lit candle in your ass? It don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying?
uh, and they the ones that go listen, they the ones that go to the ER with what's that?
Exactly.
You know that show where they have like strange sexual things and they have to wind up at the ER? Shit, you know what I mean?
What
Fruits
say?
they done had inside their damn ass when they go to the ER.
Oh, they be having all types of shit up there.
Yeah.
Yo, okay, another story. So I had a friend who was a medic in the army. This been like, what's this, 2025? So this been like 19 years ago that I heard this story. So it's probably been at least 30 years ago that it happened, right? But so he was a medic in the army overseas. And he was in the ER, and he looks up, and who should he see but the wife of his higher ranking official. I forget like who exactly it was, but one of his high ranking officials, like a general or somebody. Y'all. Okay, I'm just gonna go on and throw it out there because it ain't no way to make this make any kind of damn sense. Home Skillet had to come into the emergency room to get detached from a dog because she realized that she put peanut butter on her vagina that the dog would come lick it. And then once the licking took her where she wanted to go, she didn't think that that was enough. So she decided to try to get the dog hard and had sex with the dog. And then the dog got stuck. Yes. So, yeah.
You know,
So,
I've heard of cases like that where people have been that people with these big ass dogs, they get them big ass dogs because they be fucking their big ass dogs. I was like,
I don't know, but like for real
well,
though.
that's a little too liberated for me because I ain't fucking no animal.
For real
I
though.
mean,
So,
people do it. There's plenty of deaths where horses done fell on somebody, all types of shit.
no, no.
I'm just
All
saying.
this human dick
What?
down here, you got to go get an animal.
Hey,
Oh my God.
that's their business. I ain't
I,
got nothing to do with it.
oh my God.
Wow,
If I see
You
that shit,
know
I'm calling
what?
the cops.
that's animal cruelty, ain't it?
Hell yeah, I'm calling the cops for real. If I see that shit, I'm calling the cops. Like, yo, what the
Look at
fuck?
Sure.
Yo, send the people right there.
Sure got the big eyes going
So,
on.
so listen, I promise to God, and there was no reason for him to lie about that situation to me.
Right.
And he said that was not the first time he had ever seen it. So I'm like, folks out here is just really nasty and trifling.
And got to you
Oh, it
got to
won't let me show
wonder.
her eyes. There we
You
go, the little
you got
eyes.
to you got to
um,
wonder. You must be really lacking if she and the dog decided they was going. Well, yeah, man. Anywho.
so with that being said, let's talk about, are you in a fuck relationship?
Oh yeah, a fuck relationship. This is say it right now. A fuck
Yes.
relationship. A fuck relationship is where you really think you in a relationship, but all y'all do is fuck. You ain't in no fuck. You ain't in no relationship. You in a fuck relationship, because if that's all that's really going on, you don't have really anything in common. After you get out of the bed, that's basically it. You know, I mean, you not in a relationship, shit. You just not.
Listen, I had to ask how you spell that because I was like, what? I've not ever heard this before. I done heard of situationships and entanglements and fuck buddies and fun
Mm-mm.
buddies, but I had not heard of a fuck relationship before.
A fuck relationship, and I just think
I,
that a lot of
I feel like we should
times,
write a memo about this, y'all, and come up with
yeah,
like
but
10
a lot of
commandments.
times people are just they're they're deceived because of the fact that they get that they are intimate with someone that they're actually further along than they are. No, you just like fucking them.
Facts. You can be intimate with someone and still be single and not be in a relationship. Like
Right.
that doesn't guarantee anything. That doesn't save anything. It don't keep nobody around if they don't want to be kept. You know,
And
we
neither will a bald headed
we
ass baby. What?
so yeah.
What? I'm
That's
saying. All these folks running around here having these kids and
Yeah.
shit. The bald headed ass baby ain't gonna keep no man.
You do know that men trap women with babies too. It ain't just women trapping men.
Yeah, it is. She the one got curious. She got choices.
Oh my Jesus. My God
Did I
today.
lie? She
Okay.
got choices. he can shoot all he want, but if she decides she don't like that he shot up the club, then she
He
can
can
go
shoot
and
up the
make
club,
sure
but
that
she
the
can
club
get rid
get
of the,
cleaned
the,
up.
the participants.
Right.
Oh
She
my
can make sure the
God.
club get cleaned up.
My God,
But
today.
hey, cause just cause you shoot up the club don't mean that the club gonna still have holes in it.
And so on that note, red flags, green flags, and the ones we ignore. Because if
Ooh,
you're in a fucking relationship, fuck up, is it
a
fuck a
fuck
relationship?
relationship, those are the
Okay.
red flags that you ignore. The thing is, let me tell you how you know. If it's a holiday and you can't find him and you ain't or her and you ain't like if you're the next day kind of chick like post Valentine's Day, you the 15th girl. If you the see you after the weekend of Thanksgiving, because that means he's got a whole nother thing going on, and you just
Wow.
somebody he doing.
Wow. Sure said, Gypsy, you are correct, but no, madam. Shaking my head.
But it's the truth though, and that's the thing is that some people think that just because you're intimate, or he may even buy you something, right? There was a chick, I remember her saying she was bragging about the fact that this guy takes her out to eat and buys her nice things and stuff like that. But she actually knows that he has a girl at home. And she said, but she brags about being a cheap date and this, that, and the other, and she doesn't know that he's spending all this money on me. And I was like, girl, that is not the flex. The flex is that he got somebody at home and he screw you while because she lived too far to see her during the week. But your ass don't get no weekend time, stupid.
Wow.
I'm just
The
saying.
shit that we
He only see
rationalize.
he only see you when he's working and he works in your area and he lives down there by you. But when he has true free time,
He's with the other, the,
he's
the
with the
main
other
chick.
girl. That means you're not a priority. You're an option.
And I will never spend time where where I'm an option,
Right.
or what was the other thing it was something else I was gonna call it, where I'm tolerated. I don't need to be
Right.
damn tolerated. I'm gonna always choose to be where I'm gonna be celebrated. If I'm celebrating myself or somebody else is doing it, but what we ain't gonna ever do. And that's why I said I can't, in my mind, rationalize why I get the benefit, I guess people try to say, of being a side person, is that you ain't got to deal with all that shit. The main person deal with all that. You get the benefit of whatever they want to do with you, spend on you, the sex, whatever. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I
You
don't need
get
to be
what's
nobody's
left
option.
over. And the
Right.
other thing about being a side person or whatever is eventually the newness wear off. Like,
Well, and also how you get them is
right.
often how you lose them. So
But
even if he or
mhm.
she demotes the first person and promotes you, they're often gonna turn around and do the same thing to you.
Yeah, somebody got your old job at the side chick.
He taking new applications, she taking new applications.
Somebody
So
got your old job. You got promoted. Somebody got your old job.
so what would y'all say are some, when it comes to our sexual liberation? Let me back up for a second. Do you think we have to tone down our pleasure to be spiritual or holy?
No,
No,
not at all.
I'm gonna say hell no. You can be
I think,
ratchet, ghetto
yeah,
in the bedroom, or freaking
they
in
can
bed, and
coexist.
and holy and spiritual all day long. They can exist in a happy, you know what I'm saying, entanglement together. They can
Right.
intertwine.
I
basically.
Because
started to
and
say
here,
something ignorant, but I'm gonna refrain.
well, here's my take on it. I think that the more spiritual you are, the more pleasure you experience, because you are in tune with your body. You are in tune with your vibration,
Bam.
and you're able to connect with the other person. Um, she said, I am not your something to do. Listen,
That's
with
what
you
it
when you're
is.
right.
That's
We
it,
too damn
sure.
grown to be out here jumping jack and doing crazy shit just to be chosen. There's too many options out there. I don't listen. I don't care what nobody say. I just had this conversation with a guy this past week, and he was like, "Women ain't got as many options as men." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because a lot of good men are gay, dead, or in jail, or already married." I said, "It's the same for y'all. A lot of good women are gay, dead, in jail, or just don't want your ass. So what does that have
Right.
to do with women not having options?" He was like, "Well, but women still outnumber men 1 to 4." I said, "Not true. Statistically,
Not
not
true.
true."
You just
He
trying to
said,
go by black men, and
"Right."
she's got other cultures and races that will
But
actually
even with
embrace
black men, like, I really want people to stop this narrative that all the black men are already taken. There are so many good black men out there, just like there are good black women. This is why we have
it.
to listen. This is y'all, this is my soapbox. This is why you got to expand your boundaries. You can't only date in the immediate space that you're in, because you may not find your person or a suitable person in that space for what you're looking for based on your needs, your expectations, your whatever, right? You got to be willing to go online or travel or go to places that you wouldn't normally
Right.
go to get out of the space that you're in if you're not finding what you want. So he was like, "Well, I'm a numbers guy." I said, "Okay, let's look up the statistics." So we looked up the statistics. Y'all don't quote me because I'm not looking at them right now. But when I looked them up, it was like 8.3 billion people alive or something like that.
Mhm.
4 point, I think it's 4.2 are women. So I was
That's
like,
what
"We
I
neck
have.
and neck with men. Like, what
Right.
are you talking about?" He was like, "I don't believe that." I said, "Oh, so you wanted numbers, and then when the numbers proved you wrong, you don't believe it." Sir, shut the hell up. But my point to him was, y'all out here trying to use this narrative to manipulate women into feeling like they ain't got no option, so they should deal with your shit. And that's just not the reality, because whether she's all black or whether she dates the rainbow or whatever the case may be, there are plenty of good people out there that are wanting someone healthy and emotionally stable to have a relationship with. Hold on, Sean, and then I'm gonna kick it to you.
Uh-huh. I'm with
She's
her. That hey, that's
house
exactly
babies
what
are
I was
buried in
I
mass
was about to go there.
cemeteries from nuns and priests. Oh,
Say,
facts.
sure,
Okay.
sure. You said what I was thinking because that's what I was about to, that's why I said I was about to
And
say
not all,
something
listen,
ignorant.
not all of them is buried, baby, because them robes is big. There's plenty of them out there that have been adopted and living with other families. But Sean, what were you gonna say? You look like you was chiming in. Never mind, because you still
Nah,
talking.
I was gonna say something, but y'all fucked me up with the whole nuns and priest shit. Cause I'm like, God damn, y'all had to go there, huh? But anyway,
Yeah.
so what I'm saying is like when it comes to the numbers like that, it's more about the demographic of where you at, like the city you're in, or So that's where those numbers really hit. But if you just go based off of worldwide numbers, then yeah, it's more kind of even than not. But when you drill it down to certain areas, yeah, a lot of areas women outnumber men.
But at the end of the day, and that was my point to him. At the end of the day, there's options. Whether you want to go on vacation and meet somebody, whether you
Uh-huh.
just simply visit the next city for a nice dinner out or a girl's day out with your friends, and you see somebody making eyes at you and you shoot your shot or he shoots his shot. Like, there are options out there to expand our horizons. Most of us are not sitting at home, at least the women I know. We not sitting at home crying in our soup like, "Oh my God, ain't no good men out here." We like, shit, I'm the motherfucking cream of the crop. He lucky to have me. And so when you have that mindset, it hits different and it attracts a different type of person. You know what I'm saying?
But I am
I've
I
never
am
had
gonna
a
say
problem getting a
I am gonna
man.
say women do need to shoot their shot more, and the reason why I say that is because of like in today's modern society, trust me, it would just work out better for y'all if y'all
It
shot y'all
just
shot
feels like
more.
desperation.
That's not
Well, so
desperation.
So I've had a lot of men I've had conversations with say that, like, women need to shoot their shot. And when I say why, when I ask for clarification, they say because, and is this where you're going with it, Sean? I've often heard because a lot of times that guy wants to approach her and he think he's either assuming that she's got somebody or that, he's maybe already been rejected. He doesn't want to be rejected again. Maybe he's shy or nervous or whatever. Maybe he
I
feels
mean
like she's out of his league or whatever.
that factors into it, but then also the just the noise of the bullshit. The society, when oh, I open the door, oh, he trying to fuck me. Like, damn, shorty, I just held the door for you. So why even if I saw somebody that I want to shoot I'm gonna shoot my shot? Cause so she gets there, oh, cause a lot of women think shit be like creepy and shit, like, oh, he tried to talk to me in real life. Like, what the fuck? So he's supposed to DM you? Like, that's, like, why wouldn't you want to get, yeah, so what the fuck, so.
Well, I just think that in general, and this actually goes for people even in our age group, people have stopped learning how to communicate in real life.
Yeah.
They are more content to hide behind the keyboard and get keyboard courage. And I don't know, that's just weird to me. That's just weird
It
to
is
me. I
Well,
weird.
mean, like you used to meet people at the grocery store and stuff, and like
Mhm.
people just seem so afraid to actually communicate in person. I'm
Let me
I'm running
see.
to their damn mouth.
I don't know about y'all, but I remember 15, or 14, 15, 16 going to the roller rink on a Friday or Saturday night.
Yep.
Shit.
Yeah, but see, that's the
but
thing is that people just don't do that anymore, unfortunately.
well, I think a lot of us have gotten used to the remote access that social media gives, right? And so you got the keyboard warriors who feel like they can say stupid shit and not have consequences
I
and get
pull
that
up.
ass tapped,
I pull
and
up.
then you
I don't
have
give a fuck.
and then you have people that it has truly been a godsend because they may have social anxiety or not have that confidence to approach someone, so it's become easier to DM somebody or comment and engage, you know what I'm saying, and go from there. But like I was telling that dude, like I ain't never had no problem getting no man, and when I say that, people always retort, yeah, but what quality of man? Listen, I'm not trying to brag or talk down on anybody. I've rarely dated a man that didn't make six figures. And I wasn't out there looking for him, trying to find him and like mandate that you got to make this. I've never been that way. But because of how I carry myself,
Mhm.
that's usually who I end up dating. Now, I've had all kind of people shoot their shot at me, right? But that's just typically the kind of guy that I end up dating. Now, that being said, a lot of the times I think that people assume just because somebody hits on you that you are obligated to date them. That's not the damn truth. Just because somebody likes you or decides they care about you does not mean that you, as a man or woman, are obligated to give them a chance or obligated to be with them. And this is why I think this is an important conversation, too.
I like what Cher said because that's the truth. People don't know how
Yeah.
to date or court. People think that dating means screwing, and it doesn't. Dating is dating. And I had to tell somebody that the other day. It was like we were talking about it, and that was one of the topics of discussion on their timeline, and they were talking about, well, what did they say? And I said because people don't know what dating really is. That's basically where I came back with. People don't know what dating really is. Dating is getting to know someone. And yes, you can date multiple people. Just because you're dating multiple people doesn't mean you're having sex with multiple people. You're dating them. You're
Yep.
getting to know them. You're vetting them to see do y'all even have things in common because
Yep.
you could be great in the bedroom and can't stand that bastard. I'm just saying. Well, oh, I'm sorry. I'm 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 sorry. I'm
I'm
venting.
agreeing with you. Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm
we
venting. No, I'm kidding.
we
But
know.
well,
Do you?
maybe I'm not.
Well, let
But
me ask
serious.
this question before we run out of time.
Okay.
With everything that you just said, do you think that you
Mm-hmm.
can have desire and devotion in the same experience? Can they coexist?
Hmm.
Can you expound on that a little bit?
Yeah. Expound on that.
So a lot of people have devoted themselves to someone in such a way that they revere them and put that person on a pedestal, right? You become a devotee of that person,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then there are those that you desire where you feel like you're equal or on level playing field and you desire them. And so it makes them feel more accessible, whether you're in a relationship with them or simply dating them or somebody that you've seen from afar. So what I'm asking is, do you think that you can desire someone and be devoted to them and have them up on a pedestal, not to knock them off when they make a mistake, but to see them as amazing and goddess,
I
whatever
mean,
Okay,
yeah.
your precious, if you will.
I'm finna be transparent here. I had my
All
husband on a
righty. When
pedestal.
have you ever not been transparent?
I had my husband on a pedestal
Mm.
until I realized that he was cheating on me while my mother lay dying. And then I could never see him the same again. And so the problem with that whole scenario that you just described is that when you're that devoted and stuff to someone, when they disappoint you, and they will, when they disappoint you, it just depends on the level of the disappointment on whether or not they can come back from that, if that makes sense. Because I
Absolutely.
was never able to forgive him. And so on paper, we stayed married for 6.5 years. But I had truly left the marriage a month after I found out he cheated. And I was never able to see him the same. I was never able to let him touch me again. I was never able to. So, and while I tried, all I could see was the betrayal because at the same time, I was going through grief. So I'm going through grief, and then I'm also seeing your betrayal as I'm going through the grief. And so, um, while yeah, it's possible to have all of those wrapped up in one. If you wrap all of those things up in one, eventually you're going to despise that person if they do something that truly hurts you. And my problem was is that I didn't leave before I hated him.
I mean, I think that's a whole new episode that we would need to have around that because I think that number one, everything you said is valid. I wholeheartedly agree. But to deep dive into that, because so many people do deal with that and get stuck in that, we need to
Mm-hmm.
have a whole new episode around that. But going back to what you said, to expound on what I meant by devoted, I think it's possible to have the person that you desire and love and want to be with on a pedestal in such a way that is honorable and respectful and loving and you adore them without setting them up to fail. And I think that's the distinction, that's the difference that people don't know how to navigate. You can put somebody up
Right.
here and think that they're perfect, so when they are fallible as a human, yeah, they're going to fall and falter, and it's going to be hard to get back on track because you made them into the God of your life instead of
Correct.
you're the God and they're the goddess or vice versa, that you
Right.
both are this amazing experience together, right? Or you can put
Mm-hmm.
somebody on a pedestal of can't nobody touch them because this is the person that I desire.
Mm-hmm.
This is the person that I'm devoted to. They
Right.
got it. I'm sold. I'm locked in, right? Those to
Right.
me, those are two different things. They're two different things. But I think that people don't know how to have that conversation.
Yeah.
And do you think that they're better than you? That's another way that people will end up. A lot of times when people feel like they're dating up,
Oh yeah.
they
No.
will feel like that person is better than them. So they're
Oh
constantly
no.
afraid of, are they going to leave me? Are they going to break up with me? Are they going to divorce me?
Oh no.
Are they going to cheat because I'm not on their level?
Mm-mm.
That's dangerous.
Oh no.
Chime in,
And
Sean. What you got? You over there shaking
oh
your
yeah.
I
head?
mean,
What?
cause I'm just like, women just, y'all don't be knowing, cause like women be doing that, like y'all be so much in y'all head that y'all don't need to be in y'all head like that.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. Y'all be thinking the wildest shit,
I
and
don't
that
understand.
a lot of times that is what fuck. Just like when Jay just said, like when they dating up and they feel like, oh, he's gonna leave. Like you shouldn't even be thinking like that, but because you do, you
I've
you
never
you
thought like
you
that.
you. I'm not saying you personally. I'm just saying in general. More often than not, a person will fuck their situation up because they think that way. So they
Yeah,
actually gonna will it into existence.
that's a self-fulfilling prophecy right
Oh, I
there.
got you. So you saying that she thinks he's out there cheating because she thinks that she's not enough for him or he's too good for her, and really it's just all in her head. But she's like Jay said, self-fulfilling prophecy.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah. And if you
Interesting.
think about it, it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think that this person is better than you, greater than you, you're lucky to be in their life because you're so far beneath them, then that energy is going to permeate everything that you are with them and eventually start to take over the experience. I've never dated anybody that I felt like was out of my league. I don't give a damn what you got and come to the table with. I'm still me. Like,
Nope.
ain't nobody gonna ever convince me otherwise, And it took me time to get to that place. But once I got to that place, I knew that I would never let anybody take that away from me because I see too many
Right.
people play with people's minds when it comes to dating and relationships. And people will belittle you. I literally have listened to men. So y'all gotta remember, I've been in mental health, and ministry and spirituality and wellness combined all together. Like my career has been 25 years. I've been doing it since I was 19. So I've been in the
Right.
middle of people's marriages, relationships, and all kind of shit dealing with my clients. And I have heard men and asked so many questions over the years, right? And I've heard them say that they literally belittle the woman to break her down enough and humble her so that she would date them. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you want somebody you
Narcissistic.
gotta humble them and break them down? That's your insecure ass feeling like she's not good. You're not good enough for her. So instead, you're gonna try to make her think that she's not good enough for you, right? And women have done it to men too. I've heard more men say it, but women have done it to men too. And that's why I'm like, you got to know who you are in your body, in your sexuality, in your sensuality. You've got to own who you are and be unapologetic about that shit. And then you are able to meet a higher quality person that will meet you where you are and grow with you versus trying to bring you down to their level and keep you in pain. Like, that's crazy as hell to me because I'm me. Like,
Yeah.
you
You
know,
know what's so
and
funny?
I'm probably one of the most humble people that you will ever meet, but I am comfortable in my skin and I know who I am. Shut the hell up, Sean.
That
Don't
is
be.
so funny that you say that because have you ever noticed that professional athletes and uh, even entertainers and stuff, they wind up getting divorced after they quote unquote retire because their whole identity was tied up in the accolades and stuff that they were getting. And sometimes the identity of their relationship was also tied up in that because she liked the fact or he liked the fact that they were with someone that everyone else wanted to be with,
Wanted.
if that makes sense.
Very true.
Yeah, yeah. So there's that. I mean, the thing is that we need to stop being broken people looking for other people to heal us.
Yeah.
We need to heal ourselves before we start getting into relationships, fuck relationships, situationships, whatever kind of ship that you're in, you need to make sure that you are okay first before you get into that
Absolutely.
because you're going to wind up messing up people that um, are truly good people. They you know, I don't know. We just kind of we have to work on ourselves first, but you can't get in a relationship thinking it's gonna fix you or any of the issues that you have.
But if you are in a
I think,
relationship, ladies, send unsolicited news to your man. Don't be stingy.
my God.
I'm just saying. It helps.
What does it help? Do tell. Do tell.
It helps keep the relationship spicy.
Oh,
Yes.
goodness.
You heard it from the horse's mouth,
And like Cher
ladies.
said, learn how to date or court.
Yeah.
Now, like I said,
Learn
if
how
you're in
to
a
know.
relationship, I did put that disclaimer on there. I wasn't late, just all late. I said
Right,
if you're in a relationship.
right. But learn how to date or court. Learn how to um learn how to like the person before you get into an intimate
See,
type relationship
well,
with them. Unless
yeah,
that's all you want.
y'all
Because
better buckle down and get ready for some old school shit like walks in the park, and we might get some ice cream because even that shit expensive as fuck now. But we might do that.
right.
But you know what I'm saying?
Well, you can't
But
get
you
ice
want
cream
to
because most of
recognize
us
that
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 be
truly
over
is a date.
45, we lactose intolerant now, and the ice cream gonna take us out. No,
No, just go get you some sherbet or some gelato.
right.
But listen, like we again have to remember dates get to be whatever you define them as, right? Like he or she ain't got to be spending $1,000 on you on your first date or $500 on you on your first date to show their interest. And let me put this out here, ladies. A lot of y'all that say that you want provider type men, and a lot of y'all that say that you want men that make good money, y'all be fucking yourselves up because you are so focused on is he spending the cash and throwing it at you on the first date. And a lot of them will not do it. Now they're not going to take you to McDonald's or Burger King, but a lot of them, if you are out here talking about he got to be spending $500 and $1,000 on the first date, they may take you to a restaurant that's only $50 or $100 or $200 or whatever because they want to see
Hmm.
what's your mindset.
Right.
What's your mindset? Even wealthy men are not always going to come out flashing. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? Because they want to know that you genuinely, depending on what they're looking for. A lot of them want to know that they genuinely are desired and wanted, and that very man that you wanted, you missed out on it because your ass was so focused on it didn't look right the first date, or he didn't do this right the first date.
They was
But he
looking
was
for the
exactly what you
wallet.
were wanting. Yes. Listen, let me tell y'all something, and I'm glad my ex is not watching this right now because he probably should be. But if you want to know the truth, y'all, a lot of wealthy and well-to-do men look like fucking bums
They sure do. They wear khakis and
because
goddamn polo shirts.
no, they walk around. A lot of them walk around looking homeless, not because they're homeless, but their clothes are dirty, is what I mean, right? And they might smell when you come up across them in the store. But the
Wait,
reason
what?
that is because a lot of the times, depending on where you're running into them at, they just got off of work or they just left whatever their business or their company is. And a lot of them, even if they're the CEO or the executive or the owner or the whatever, and they're making good money, they like to be hands on and be involved in it. I said it
Hmm.
once and I'll keep saying it, but again, a lot of good men are in Lowe's and Home Depot or whatever your home, home
Yep.
remodeling store is, your home goods store is. A lot of them are
Hmm.
in there because they're buying supplies for the crews that they employ, or they're buying
Yep.
supplies to go do the work themselves because they like to be, involved, or they're doing it, to teach their children and pass the family business on, or working with their dad or
Right.
their mom or their siblings or whoever. And so a lot of times when they hitting on you, you're like, oh, he dirty. He might have just came from work. And even if he has a job, a 9 to 5 and not a business, he was in uniform and he was dirty, bitch, because he's employed and he's got money. But you're missing it because he didn't come wrapped up with a bow the exact way that you said. And if that's not your cup of tea, I ain't saying you got to go for it. But all I am saying is most of the time my ex walk around looking homeless, and he'll tell you himself he prefer it that way because don't nobody know what he got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So don't miss out on your blessing. If what you truly want is a healthy partner, don't miss out on your blessing because it ain't gift wrapped in gold. Because
Because
that
everybody
person
who look like they
oftentimes,
got it don't necessarily got it.
and right, the person that's out there
Exactly.
driving the Maseratis and the Jags and the whatevers and
Mhm.
taking all the fancy shots, they're renting it from somebody like me that's managing the property, and they're renting it for a day or a week so they can take all the cute photos and then be on
Right.
social media flexing. You get what I'm saying? And
Right.
so I'm saying it to the men too. She might have been at the gym trying to lose weight, but just because she ain't got a flat stomach or a fat ass does not mean she's not a good woman, right? She may not look like a Hugh Hefner playboy, but she may be genuinely everything that you actually prayed and told God or goddess, whatever you believe in that you wanted, but her packaging just may be a little different. So at the end of the day, I'm
Mhm.
consolidating all of that to say, listen, as you embrace your sexual liberation, as you embrace your freedom, as you dig deep to look at what flags you've ignored in the past and you want to do better now, move forward in a spirit of honesty with yourself. Why are you not
Mhm.
attracting what you desire? And oftentimes it's because you the damn problem. Get out your own
That
way and deal with
part.
your own stuff, face your own stuff, right? And then be willing to get out of your comfort or out of your space and meet the person that's out there looking for you and you're looking for them. Because a lot of times what you're looking for and what you need, baby, you get it and they tear your ass up. Okay. So heal so that you can
That
meet
part.
somebody better. That's all I'm saying. Off my soapbox. There we go.
It,
And that's the truth.
it was black tail for the black bitch.
It was
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
what?
It was black tail for the black
What you
bitch.
say? Black tails for the black business. Oh my God.
No, black for the black men. That was our magazine. Playboy wasn't our shit. It was
Black
black tail.
tails. Oh, black tails.
Oh,
Okay.
black
Yeah.
tails. Oh, ooh.
But
Well,
you get what
tell
I'm
us
like? A lot of
something
people out
then.
here,
Shit.
or like I told my friend recently, you your own damn dust cloud. Like sometimes we gotta face our shit in order to be our sunshine, to do better and to be better and to have better, right? We gotta face ourselves, sit through the pain, feel the emotions, have safe people around us. But we have to be willing to accountable to what we're doing to keep a situation going. When I kept attracting I attracted good men, but they were also unavailable emotionally in relationships. Now I had to
Mhm.
look at that and say, hold up, Jay, why do you keep attracting the same kind of dude? And the crazy ass part was that they were telling me I was emotionally unavailable, and they were telling the truth because I was. Right, I was
Right.
attracting exactly what I was. So we were two unavailable people talking about I like you too. Let's date. Okay,
Right. And the thing is
crazy.
okay. Now, this is something I want people to think about. You ain't gotta tell us, but you need to talk to yourself about this. A lot of times you're trying to fix broken relationships from your past. And usually
Yeah,
they're with a parent. They're usually a
caregiver,
relationship with a
family,
parent. Yep.
or caregiver, or family, or a
Right.
lot of religious hurt and trauma as well.
Right. So fix your trauma before you start going and trying to find a relationship, because a lot of times you're looking for a relationship to replace something that your inner child is missing.
Yeah, yeah. And your nervous, here's what I want y'all to understand about dating as well. Your nervous system has to feel settled and safe in order to even recognize whether a person is good or not good for you, right?
Right.
And if you don't have that within yourself, you're never going to fully be able to see them clearly. So that's why wolves can hide in sheep's clothing, because you want so desperately to be loved and safe and protected. You're accepting it from people that's literally trying to stab you in the back because you couldn't read them, you couldn't see them,
Right.
right? And they were hiding in plain sight. And a lot of that goes back to you're not feeling settled and safe in your own body. So your inner wisdom, that inner GPS or that inner compass can't kick in to show you what the hell is happening.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, anything else y'all want to throw out here before we call
Nope.
tonight to an end?
We want y'all to make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you tune in next week. We will be back on a different platform, but you will still be able to find us on YouTube. We want you guys to make sure that you spread the word about us. If you like us, tell your friends about us. I
Because
know
if
you
you
might
ain't
not
telling them,
want
I'm
to.
just saying, I don't think you like them. I mean,
Right. And the
my
thing
opinion.
is,
I'm sticking
this
to
is
it.
where we want you to come and have real conversations about real issues. And that's why we try to be transparent with you guys, to let you guys know that you're not alone. There are people who think and feel like you do. And yeah, we just want you guys to feel like this is a safe space to talk about hard things.
Facts. Anything you want to chime in, Sean? You're Ashley. Never mind. With that,
I,
we'll see y'all next week.
I don't understand why I gotta be sweet, but okay. I mean,
We
I
can
don't
even see your
understand.
eyeballs, sir.
Hey, I see
Not
y'all
true.
perfectly fine. That's all that matters.
Anything you want to chime in before we go?
Nah, I'm good. I mean, it was a good show tonight. I enjoyed the topic, and y'all keep chiming in, and we'll keep bringing it to y'all.
And make sure you when you come next week and look ahead on YouTube and you'll be able to see what our topics are going to be.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, again, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click that share button and help us to grow our space so that we can reach more people and continue the narrative of healing. Really, everything that we talk about has a foundation of wanting us to heal our culture and our community and the people that we love, right? So, with that being said, thank you as always for everybody that got a chance to tune in. We know we get a lot of y'all that will hover right over the video and let it play so that people can't see you. And at this point, I'm rocking with you because I know that we live in a space where a lot of people cannot be
Right.
connected or associated with certain things because of their jobs or whatever the case
Right.
may be. So, with that being said, operate in safety, but still tune into the conversations in the best ways that you can. You get what I'm saying? I love
And
y'all. And we will see y'all next week, y'all. What did Tevin Campbell say, y'all? What did Tevin Campbell say?
Audi
Out in
5000.